Hello everyone, I'm back at it again with a custom modeling video. The last video went phenomenally, and I thank you all so much for the feedback. I've gotten a few people asking though who the little red diesel shunter was in the first few clips of the video. It is in fact not Salty, as some people may have said. It is an OC of mine named Tidmouth Kipper, or Kip for short. Before I get started on the actual modeling, I want to go into the character a bit. Kip is the 4th or 5th numbering, still varying, engine of the Tidmouth Harbor Authority. They are the NWR's official 12th diesel and are a rusted 4.3 DS, a cousin to both Salty and Rusty. They work alongside the engines Porter, Salty, Gem, and Rosie. They were brought on after the harbor was expanded and needed a new shunter. He is a young and naive sort and can easily be tricked by some of the ruder big engines. However, he is a good worker nonetheless. The inspiration for the engine actually funnily came about from a Discord message I saw back in 2022. Someone had made an edit of the rusted engine as their OC, named Jim. This is where Kip's basis and livery comes from. Don't know who the original source is from, but cheers to them for the inspo for Kip. Kip is an interesting custom, in the way that there isn't a lot to quite talk about their process. He was completely scratch built besides from his chassis. The chassis is the one to have more of the story, since that was actually from a Mighty Mac. The body of the Mighty Mac was cut down to make a single Farley. Without the need for the full chassis, I used one part of it to make Kip. I cut it up to make it even shorter for such a small model. Kip, again, is completely scratch built, so there's not a lot of story to them. A few bits of story that I do want to tell though is that I originally had their buffer beam down to the bottom of the chassis. However, I noticed that it didn't go all the way down on their actual basis. Their cab was originally also a bit rounder than the actual basis as well, so I went back and fixed those, and now the buffer beam is like more poking out at the top and the cab is more flat like, but it still has that curve like the actual 4.8 DS's. I gave them a lamp because I found it cute, and I also gave a hat-like bulge at the top of their face to mimic Salty. Their grades are also pushed out because on one of the earlier variants, I drew them on with Posca marker. I didn't quite like how it came out however, so I just cut up some balsa wood to the correct size. The model is also completely made out of balsa wood, except for the chassis of course. I drew their face on paper as well. There's no real inspiration, I just wanted like a more young, energetic sort of character, sort of face. I used the Mighty Mac magnet at the front of them so they can also connect on either side. I don't know where I sourced the back magnet though, I just have a bunch of magnets sort of laying around. Overall, I really enjoyed how the model came out, and I hope you do as well. Make sure to like and subscribe and to tell me what you think of Kipper. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.